Hey everyone, waiting on the eclipse. So I figured I'd make a quick video about President Biden's speech to cancel student debt at a mass scale. This is cancellation 2.0. Can't even think. These things are hard to see in, aren't they? So basically the thing you should know is basically Biden's cancellation program. I gotta take these things off, can't see a thing. So basically he's gonna cancel up to $20,000 of interest for essentially like the same people that would have gotten cancellation in the first place. So if you would have gotten cancellation under his first program, you'll get cancellation under this program probably if you have any accrued interest balance. Now, what's really likely going to happen though is the Republicans are going to sue to block this. So it's very unlikely, I think, that this cancellation program actually goes through, just to be clear. I think that what's going to happen is you're going to see the same lawsuit get filed very similarly to the first one, and then they're going to claim that the servicers are essentially losing a bunch of revenue, and that therefore that they have standing to sue, and then we're going to see the Supreme Court essentially probably make a very similar ruling. So think about where the speech happened today. It was delivered in a swing state in Wisconsin. This is going to take effect no earlier than the fall of 2024, right before the election. So I think that this is, something that if they were more narrow with the cancellation, like initially the program was very narrow. It was targeting really people that were, really in severe distress or who had, basically just a repeat of the IDR waiver program, but for FFEL borrowers, basically, along with like a couple other things. It was fairly narrow. And even the interest stuff was a little bit narrow. And then, advocates essentially wanted it to be expanded beyond that to cover things like hardship, financial hardship, and various things, that are a lot broader. And so they did that knowing that it probably opens up the whole thing to a lawsuit even more. And so I think essentially if they wanted to go for like a policy win here, they would have kept it more narrow because it probably would have succeeded. But with throwing in things like the financial hardship lesson, essentially it's essentially going to probably get blocked just because of how broad it is. So this cancellation program, for those of you that are just joining, it's proposing to essentially cancel the same like 10 if you don't have a Pell Grant, and 20 if you do have a Pell Grant of like interest is most likely how it's going to be designed. It still has to go through rulemaking, so we'll see what the final text actually is. Of course, I've seen some different things too. One reporting that I saw in the New York Times said something about all interest being canceled for accrued interest balances if you make below certain levels of income. But maybe they know something that I don't, because I haven't seen an actual document yet showing that. So off to the eclipse. Make sure you wear your eye protection. Remember the things that matter in life, right? Student loans, you can always handle them with income-driven repayment plans. You can always handle them with creative approaches, filing taxes separately, strategically delaying, recertification of your income, forbearance, etc. So I hope that you don't feel burdened by your student loan debt. I know this is difficult to get this whiplash of things being promised to people and then taken away and then promised and taken away. So just do your best, and we'll be here to help. If you follow Student Loan Planner, if you have any comments about this cancellation program, post them in the comments. And happy eclipse watching, y'all.